Mini dips. Oh my goodness, I love these things. A fellow vendor had them at an event a month or so ago that I went to, and the minute I saw them, I thought, bubbles. For a soap booth, I've got to have some. Now, if you've never seen these things before, mini dips, MINNIDIPS, are basically clusters of balls. Then this particular ones that I bought, they're in clusters of 5, and they're all attached together. They come in several colors and styles, but I chose the iridescent confetti-filled ones. When the sunlight hits a real bubble, you get that beautiful iridescent shimmer, and these reminded me of that. Since I sell soap, bubbles seem like the perfect fit for my booth. So, before I even left the event that day, I'd looked them up and ordered some. Before this event, I inflated them at home or halfway so setup would be easier and a little bit quicker. Then I used zip ties to hang them on my tent. Thankfully, the vendor who told me about them also told me that I would need 2 per leg, and I trusted her. So I bought 6, 4 for the tent legs and 2 for backup. Turns out she knew exactly what she was talking about. Once I got them hung up, I knew 2 per leg was spot on. And y'all, the sunlight hit them. That iridescent confetti started to sparkle, and I immediately knew they were a good purchase. Now, I thought people would notice them, but I wasn't expecting how many people it would stop in their tracks. At one point, a mom carrying a baby walked by, and the baby spotted the bubbles. Couldn't take its eyes off them. So, of course, Mom stopped to let the baby look at them, and then started looking at soap, smelling the soap. And before she left, she bought 9 bars. 9. N-I-N-E. I can't say that the bubbles sold the soap, but they sure got her into my tent. And at festivals, getting people to stop is half the battle. Because if they don't stop, they don't smell. And if they don't smell the soap, they're not going to buy the soap. But once they smell it, 9 times out of 10, they're going to buy. A little bit later, a guy in his 20s wandered over to my tent while his girlfriend was across the aisle shopping at the t-shirt booth. Now, 20-something-year-old men are not exactly my normal customer base, unless they're being drug in by their girlfriend or their wives. He picked out his soap and then waited on his girlfriend to come over, which she eventually did, picked out the one she wanted, and then signed up for a giveaway for a drawing that I was doing. Meanwhile, he couldn't stop looking at the bubbles. You could see he wanted to mess with them. So I just told him, go ahead, grab one of the smaller ones and give it a squeeze. He did. And then he stood there watching that iridescent confetti dancing around in the sunlight. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed it just as much as that little baby did. Here's the funny part. He bought more soap than his girlfriend did. And that was not what I was expecting when he first walked up. And I can't end this video without saying thank you to my tribe for giving me a couple of bathroom breaks throughout the event. Thank you, thank you.